உள்ளே இருக்கார் பாரு, அவன் இந்த ப்ளூ ஷர்ட் போர் கூட இருக்கா அவர்கிட்ட கேமே அவர்கிட்ட ப்ளூ ஷர்ட் அவர்கிட்ட போர் கூட இருக்கல அந்த போர்டு வந்து எடுத்து
Very warm good evening to everyone present over here. It is a very proud moment and privilege to the Bar Council of TAMILNADU and Puducherry to have this function to felicitate our Chief Justice of Madras High Court. To begin with this occasion, we will have the prayer song, kindly praise on Tamil Bible. Thank you. I would now request our Chairman, Bar Council of Tamilnadu and Puducherry, Mr. T.S. to welcome the gathering and deliver his presidential address. Sir, please. Beloved, the Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges of the Madras High Court, former judges of the Honorable Madras High Court, additional advocate generals, presidents, secretaries of the various bar associations, Mr. R. Sundaram, Advocate General, Mr. R. Sankaranayanan, Additional Solicitor General for India, Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Senior Advocate, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, Mr. Karthikeyan, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of Tamilnadu and Puducherry, Mr. P. S. Raman, Senior Advocate, Mr. Wilson, Senior Advocate, Father Xavier Rudraj, Senior Advocate, Co-Chairmans, Mr. K. Balu, Mr. Saravanan, Executive Chairman, Madam Priscilla Pandian, members of the Council, Mr. Varadan, Mr. Vel Murugan, Mr. Selvam, Mr. Paul Kanagaraj, other members of the Bar Council, Secretary and Presidents, Senior Advocates, members of the legal fraternity, present media. Good evening to all. Mr. Chairman, Bar Council of Tamilnadu and Puducherry, it's a great pleasure to welcome for this August felicitation function. I feel honored to welcome the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Sanjay Vijaykumar Gangapurwala. Even though on behalf of the Bar Council of Tamilnadu and Puducherry, I give a welcome address when the Honorable Chief Justice has taken charge on 1/6/2023. Now it's time to express the pleasure of the entire legal fraternity of the throughout the state of Tamilnadu and Puducherry by felicitating the Honorable Chief Justice. The Honorable Chief Justice has come from the High Court of Bombay, which is the oldest chartered High Court, to the Chartered High Court of Madras for rendering service to the judiciary. The High Court of Madras is the second largest High Court in this world, with a wide precincts. Several stalwarts have occupied the chair of the judgeship of this prestigious Madras High Court, and many of them were elevated to the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Hence, we feel proud to welcome the Honorable Chief Justice, who has adorned the highest chair of the Chartered High Court. It is denote the Honorable Chief Justice in the welcoming ceremony as expressed to the High Court of Madras as glorious and premier, which shows the admiration of the Honorable Chief Justice towards our High Court. The Honorable Chief Justice has come from the state of Maharashtra, which is famous for several powerful rulers like Chhatrapati Shivaji, to the state of Tamil Nadu where several anointed rulers like Rajaraja Cholan, Rajendra Cholan, Mahendra Verma have rendered their governance. The state of Tamil Nadu is also having rich tradition and culture. We request the Honorable Chief Justice to have a visit throughout the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry to know about the traditional values and cultures which were sculptured in various temples. We hope that the Honorable Chief Justice will enjoy and appreciate the same. Honorable Chief Justice is a bar-friendly and always insists the bar and bench relationship to carry the wheels of justice in a smooth manner. In the speech delivered by the Honorable Chief Justice in the welcoming ceremony, has expressed that all stakeholders are free to approach for their grievances and the same has energized the advocates. I wholeheartedly welcome the Honorable Chief Justice for accepting our invitation for this function, and we wish a great success for the future endeavors. I graciously welcome other Honorable Judges of the Madras High Court, former Judges of the Madras High Court. I graciously welcome Mr. R. Sundaram, Advocate General, the highest law officer of the state, who is the present here to felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice. I happily welcome Mr. R. Sankaranayanan, Additional Solicitor General for India, a kind-hearted person, the enormous knowledge who has come to felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice. I wholeheartedly welcome Mr. S. Prabhakaran, the Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, an eminent senior advocate, elected as a Vice Chairman of the Bar Council of India for second time, and is a boon to take all effective steps to felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice. I also welcome Mr. P. S. Raman, senior advocate, a legal acumen, who is a father, namely V.P. Raman, is also a renowned senior advocate who has joined here to felicitate the Chief Justice. I also welcome our senior advocate, member of Rajya Sabha, Mr. Wilson,
I also welcome Father Xavier Arulraj, a senior advocate who has dedicated his life to the profession and the society, has readily given consent to felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice. I welcome the Vice Chairman, other members of the Bar Council and other distinguished dignitaries. Beloved, the Bar Council is a statutory body functioning under the Advocate Act 1961 and the Bar Council of India rules. In the Bar Council, more than 1,25,000 advocates have enrolled and nearly 85,000 advocates are actively practicing in various courts. For the welfare of the legal fraternity, the Bar Council has introduced several welfare measures. We are providing a sum of rupees 10 lakh to the family of the deceased advocate and rupees 4 lakh the family of the deceased advocate class. We introduce accidental medical policies for all advocates. In view of the steps taken by the Bar Council, the government is providing the stipend rupees 3,000 per month for a period of 2 years of the young advocates. During the pandemic, the Bar Council has dispatched more than 5 crore to nearly 13,000 advocates as financial assistance. We are also conducting coaching classes in the Bar Council premises for the district judge, civil judge and the APP examination. The Bar Council has dispatched law books to the recognized Bar Advocate Association, the state of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, the grant of 1 crore sanctioned by the government of Tamil Nadu. The Bar Council has digitalized entire records and provide an online facility for the practicing advocate all over the state of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry for their easy access. After from the above, I would like to say the Bar Council is likely to provide several legal awareness programs. At this juncture, we assure that the legal fraternity will give fullest cooperation of the Honorable Chief Justice for the proper function of the judiciary. Once again, on behalf of the Bar Council, I welcome the Honorable Chief Justice and other dignitaries to this auspicious occasion. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman, for a welcome address and the presidential address. Now I request Father Xavier Arulraj to felicitate our CG.
Honorable Mr. Chief Justice, our beloved Sanjay Vijaykumar Gangapurwala, Honorable Judges of this Honorable High Court, and the former Honorable Judges, respected Mr. Sundaram, Advocate General of Tamil Nadu, and Shankar Narayanan, Senior Advocate, and additional Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocate Mr. Prabhakaran, Vice President of Bar Council of India, and Mr. Madras, the President of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Mr. Karthikeyan, Vice President of the Tamil Nadu Bar Council, respected office bearers of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, and Mr. P. Wilson, Member of the Parliament and Senior Advocate of the High Court of Madras, Mr. P. S. Raman, former Advocate General and Senior Advocate of this Honorable High Court, and the other dignitaries on the dais, and respected ladies and gentlemen, and the lifeline of this meeting, our beloved students, apprentices, and law interns. Good evening, one and all. Our Chief Justice is a man of few words. During the reception accorded by the Honorable High Court on the opening day of this judicial year, his words were few, but pregnant with meaning. When we approached him again for MDA reception, he was very cryptic. Only 2-3 sentences he spoke, but the message was conveyed. He's delivering the balls very effectively on the lawns of the lawn tennis, because the delivery is more important than other meaningless play. Therefore, words are very few, but very effective. He told a story on the opening day. The migrants, Parsis coming from Persia, good old times, and reached the shores of Gujarat. They approached the king for shelter and asylum. And then king took a glass of milk, put on the table. Gujarat is full of people and cultures and languages and religion. There is no place for you. Then the chief told the Parsi captain, the leader, took a spoon of sugar and mixed with the milk and stirred it. Thus he will integrate with the sons of the soil and the culture of the day. It's a very beautiful story. And we are told by the psychologists that every man revolves around one idea. Every man on this earth revolves around one idea which builds a value system and a world vision. The world vision defines our culture, traditions and lifestyle and behavior pattern. And this simple story explains my Lord's philosophy of life and his culture and behavioral pattern, getting integrated with the culture and traditions. And he doesn't need an extra space because he's getting integrated with the time and space, philosophically. Therefore, we call it inculturation. Inculturation. My culture, your culture, and my culture and the other culture, and abolishing all cultures, we integrate and create a kind of a subhuman culture at the level of subconscious. That is the philosophy of our beloved Honorable Chief Justice. And another word he spoke in the reception: I will embrace the rich traditions and culture of Tamil Nadu. This again an integration and inculturation. His story was pointing towards inculturation. And sharing during the reception also indicates inculturation. He wants to embrace the rich traditions and culture of Tamil Nadu. I may be a small man, talk about the traditions and culture of Tamil Nadu. There are stalwarts sitting here. I don't want to prove my innocence and ignorance. And Tamil Nadu is known for spirit of inclusiveness. Yadam Pure Yavaram Keri. That apart, the identity and legacy of the Tamil people runs deep into history. And the scholars have stated that Tamil language is probably the oldest language in the entire world. When the humanity was coming to terms with the language, even before the language was discovered, Tamil language was already established, and Tamil culture also was established. Our beloved chairman, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu, Amalraj, was referring to the great Chola kingdom and the great Pallava kingdom. But even before that, Tamilians were known for large-heartedness, magnanimity, fraternity, and humanity. These are the values cultivated, inculcated, and lived by the Tamilians throughout the century. And therefore, as your Lordship wants to integrate with Tamil people and Tamil culture and traditions, Tamil Nadu will embrace my Lord the Chief Justice in its culture and inclusiveness. And this is my first message I want to give. Secondly, His Lordship said, I am not worried about the docket explosion. The judges will take care. But I am more worried about the docket exclusion. Very meaningful. What is the difference? Docket explosion is the multiplicity of cases and the pendency running into lakhs and crores which cannot be disposed of so quickly and immediately. But my Lord is worried not about the docket explosion, but my Lord is worried about the docket exclusion, which means because of the pendency and the piling up and accumulation of all these files on the board, common man thinks that judiciary is too distant at a time and space and not easily accessible, and therefore it will take its own time. Therefore, that is more dangerous. The credibility of the judiciary and the proximity to the judiciary is divided by time and space due to the docket exclusion. That means accommodation of all men in the judiciary and their needs and their aspirations and hopes and dreams. And the common man needs this promise from judiciary. My Lord is worried about it. And this common man, we the people of India, give unto ourselves this constitution that Dr. Ambedkar's words, and the great Justice Krishna Iyer, on whom I have done my doctorate, he has quoted, he has explained what is citizen in a particular case. And my Lord says, I am dedicated to serve as one among the esteemed citizens of this great state. A well-meaning and a great statement. My Lord wants to serve the people of this state, this part of the country, and he wants to dedicate himself. That is the stand in his life, and it reflects his humility to reach the poor people in a non-discriminatory outreach and to be pervasive. And Justice Krishna Iyer defines the citizenship and the common man in his own words, because the tongueless, those who are voiceless, tongueless, the tattered and the battered, the police hunted, the poverty bitten, the raped Adivasi women, dowry burnt brides, tortured prisoners, degraded slum dwellers, homeless pavement dwellers, bonded laborers, and discriminated gender, and all the lost and the least and the marginalized people. The concern of your Lordship to reach the common man and the citizenry is already defined by one of the doyen of the legal fraternity and the great patriarch Justice Krishna Iyer. The concern of your Lordship will humanize the system and bring law in access to common man and infuse the constitutional spirit into the judiciary. Lastly, already our chairman Madras proudly referred to the legacy of the great Chhatrapati Shivaji. If it is Shivaji in Maharashtra, my lords, it is Veerapandi Kattabomman in Tamil Nadu, and Marudhubandiya brothers, or Adak Muttukor, or Dhiran Chinnamalai. There is no dearth of freedom fighters and the great people who valued freedom more than life and death. And they were ready to sacrifice their entire life. Therefore, my Lord is coming from one land of freedom fighters and those were in the martyrs, real martyrs who sacrificed their life, to another land of martyrs. And my hearty welcome to another land of martyrs. And that apart, Maharashtra is known for social justice. From the time of Jyotiba Phule or Savitri Phule or a great Dr. Ambedkar, it is a land of social justice, land of struggle for equality. But equality is attained. At no time equality will be attained infinitely, but always it is infinitely attempted at. To that juncture, equality has been always attempted at in the land of Maharashtra, especially in the Bombay presidency, even before independence. This is Madras presidency, including Karnataka minus Mysore state, and Kerala minus Tirupur state, and Andhra minus the Nawab Nizam, the Telangana state, and the rest of South India was Madras presidency. Like that, Bombay was a big presidency, and all these people who aspire and build stone by stone the house of social justice, the basic structure of social justice in this country. And my Lord, we are very proud to state that equally you got a plethora of champions of social justice in Tamil Nadu, like Thandai Periyar or Aringan Anna. Even before that, Trivika, Maraimalai Adigai, or even before that, the great Saint Thiruvalluvar. All these people are champions of social justice. And of late, Aringan Anna and Trivika and Babusi, and the plethora runs very long. I cannot, infinitely complete the list. This is a land of great people fighting for social justice. In 1921 itself, in Tamil Nadu, communal roster was introduced. Communal GO was introduced. And if your Lordship is coming from the land of Satya Sodik Samaj, Satya Sodak Samaj, then my Lord, your Lordship is now traversing into the land of self-right movement of Thandai Periyar. And that was launched by Jyotiba Phule. This was launched by Thandai Periyar. And therefore, Tamilians are known for not only social justice, but self-respect. They love their language, they love their culture more than their life. The Lords will be wondering, this is a land where more than 500 students died in the Hindi education. in the year 1962. I am one of those who participated in those days in India agitation. Therefore, we love our language, we love our culture, and we are integrated with the soil. And my Lord, your Lordship is traversing from Bombay Presidency to Madras Presidency, from the land of social justice to another zone of social justice. Therefore, seamlessly integrated into the concept of constitutional vision. And my Lord, this is a land of self-respect, I told. Your Lordship introduced the last but not the least. Last time, when Justice Tharani retired, your Lordship gave the God of Honor. It was very touching. And there are more than 12 judges sitting here. In the checkered history of the Madras High Court, no judge has been given for a farewell the God of Honor. It was great on the part of your Lordship to accord such a farewell to a lady judge especially. Because your Lordship is going through your Lordship's judgment in Bombay, the Lordship has rendered a lot of judgments regarding gender justice and gender equality. This land is known for gender equality. When Thomas Munro introduced public education in 1862 in this country, in the British Parliament, through the British Parliament, before that even 23,000 women were completed school education in Tamil Nadu. That is the legacy of Tamil Nadu. There are a lot of, girl children sitting here. You must give a clap for gender justice. They are probably afraid. Therefore, my Lord, your Lordship has brought the best practices from one chartered high court to another chartered high court. Therefore, we extend a warm welcome from the land of social justice to another land of social justice, from the land of one self-respect movement to another self-respect, and the land of humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senior and Father Xavier. It was an elaborate and excellent felicitation. Lordship, you also mentioned about the tradition and culture of the state, self-respect movement of the state, and you also mentioned about the story which was mentioned by our Chief Justice on the day of his taking charge. Some stories will be excellent to be heard repeatedly. I thank you for your felicitation. Now I request our Senior Advocate and former Advocate General, Mr. P.S. Raman, to felicitate. So please.
Before we came here, I was forewarned by a couple of my judge friends, Raman, keep it short and snappy, as it's getting late. And I'm worried that they may impose costs on me if I don't keep to their words, so I shall be short and snappy. Lord, the Chief Justice and companion judges of the High Court, present and past, my friends on the days, and my brothers and sisters from the bar. I follow Justice Ram Subramaniam's example and not repeating everybody's name. I think if we all avoid that, we may save another 4 or 5 minutes. It is tough to talk immediately after Father Xavier's. It's happened to me a couple of times before also. He'll cover everything, he's very thorough. If I had the Vakalatnama of all the people present here, I'll say that on behalf of all of us, we request that we adopt the speech of Mr. Xavier and sit down. I think it has concluded the evening really snappy. His thoroughness is so much that he immediately latched on to that incident of Chief Justice's welcome speech when you mentioned about the Parsi community integrating into Gujarat. So I immediately scored it off. It's already been said. Slowly I've been scoring off several things like that. I don't have much left in my paper. But I must respond to the Parsi community incident for the Honorable Chief Justice. We have a concept here, Chief, called Ela Sapadu. It's now banyan leaf, the food is laid out in all special occasions like weddings and things like that. So when famous Diwan Bahadur and Senior Counsel C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer was in having an Ela Sapadu like that, eaten very well, and people goes to try to feed him some more. He said, there is not even 1 square inch in my stomach for anything else to eat. Please stop. At that point of time, somebody brought some payasam. This is a sweet milk. So he said, payasam, good. So the host asked him, just a minute back, you told me there is not even 1 square inch for your stomach to afford anything. How is this milk going to go inside? In a fraction of a second, Justice Vijaykumar told him, have you ever been to the Mysore Maharaja's procession during Dasara? No. If you go there, you will find that it is so packed that not even an ant can enter that place. But the moment the king comes in this elephant, automatically makes way for them to move in. So, like that, just like milk was added to the Parsis, you are like the Maharaja on an elephant. When you come in, they'll all make way for you. We've not had a Chief Justice for some time to come, and sometimes few of us in the bar often used to wonder also whether we are getting a stepmotherly treatment or what. In retrospect, I think actually we are not. We are actually getting a very, very motherly treatment. I think it's just that they are being very picky and choosy about whom they are sending here. So it might take time. So, and the reason for being picky and choosy also is that very often they're not the person who comes and sits in the first floor, first court, who's from outside, is often on a transit visa to go to Tughlaq Road. So it's happened, and we hope it will happen to your lordship too. And the last thing I wanted to say was I was extremely happy the moment on the first day when I met you during the lunch and you told me that you're a sportsman, you're a tennis player. I knew we are in safe hands. Not because of anything else, but if somebody plays a sport, it means A, he's got the sporting spirit. B, he's not unidimensional in his character of mind. And lastly, he knows the spirit of winning and losing. The last is more important, Chief, because as a senior counsel, let me tell you that when we address our arguments and complete it, winning or losing is the fate of the client. As long as we have done our bit, we are happy. And that's where Rudyard Kipling said, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. So long as you give us a good hearing and you will then make sure that we treat triumph and disaster as two impostors and treat them just the same. And in the few weeks in which you have already adorned the court, I have every reason to believe that our expectations will be more than fulfilled in happy measure by you. Welcome.
Tamilnadu Bar Council. Mr. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, Learned Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Additional Advocate Generals, Senior Advocates, members of the Bar Council of Tamilnadu and Puducherry, young lawyers, press and media, vanakkam to you all. It's my honor and privilege to felicitate Hon'ble the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, JusticeSanjay Vijaykumar Gangapurwala. Chief, I welcome you to the land of social justice. Much has been said by Father Xavier Arulraj, so I think he has covered all as I would thank Mr. Amalraj, Chairman Bar Council of Tamilnadu Puducherry, and other office bearers and members for giving me this opportunity and squeezing me into this program to felicitate our Chief Justice. Thanks for that opportunity. Being a judge is a commitment to a life of integrity, dedication, hard work and making tough decisions. A judge must possess not only legal expertise and wisdom, but an unwavering sense of justice, sympathy and compassion for the litigants. As the head of the state judiciary, the Chief Justice sets the example, just like how our Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud is setting an example for judges across the country. His fellow member of the Bar, Bombay Bar and bench is now here to lead the Madras High Court into a new era. The Honorable Chief Justice's reputation precedes him. He is known to be an intellectual judge with vast knowledge over all branches of law. He is also a pleasant and courteous judge, which is very important to us lawyers. In addition to his legal and judicial excellence, the Chief Justice is an accomplished sports, captaining the team twice in the All India University tournament. His Lordship's talents also extend to basketball, where he competed at the state level. Sports is probably the secret behind his Lordship's youthful appearance and energy. Use ADR justice, the Madras High Court will effectively use ADR mechanisms to settle the disputes. The Honorable Chief Justice's judgment in the Bombay High Court show that he is socially conscious and wants to give justice to the litigants from the socially and economically weaker sections of the society. It is no surprise, therefore, that the Honorable Chief Justice is loved by the Maharashtra Bar. Chief, in fact, more than 500 lawyers wanted to come to witness the swearing-in function, but the number has to be restricted due to logistical concerns. The Indian judiciary is being transformed into a new era by our Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. The latest technology of virtual courts is being emphasized by all, including the Chief Justice of India as well as our standing committee. More than 7,000 crores have been invested in this virtual court technology, and I think that this technology will be utilized by all concerned. In fact, it has been emphasized much by the Honorable Chief Justice. Wherever we go and hybrid hearings, but also has used artificial intelligence tools to aid the judges and litigants. Through artificial intelligence, we ease the burden on judges, reduce the margin for errors, and pave the way for access to judiciary. For example, take the recent move of the Supreme Court to make available judgments in all regional languages. This is a revolutionary move to ensure that all citizens of India understand the judicial pronouncement. Let me give another example. In most developed nations, the arguments of the counsel are typed down in real time by the court stenos so that the judges have a ready reference to the submissions of counsel. We don't have that in India. So the judges spend a lot of time during dictation of judgments extracting the contention of both the parties. This itself takes a lot of their time. Not only that, even during arguments, the judges have to note down the submissions of counsel by hand. Now, if we have an artificial system in place to automatically transcribe arguments to text, it would save so much time and energy. The Supreme Court of India, I believe, has issued RPF to implement such a system. We must implement this across the High Courts to ease the burden on judges. Similarly, the Chief Justice of India bench in the Supreme Court has become paperless. There will always be initial skepticism and hiccups when adopting technology, but we will see the benefits only after we adopt it. Chief, we have 3 demands so far as this High Court is concerned. The diversity in the appointments, and of course the second Supreme Court. In fact, our Honorable Chief Minister has been emphasizing on all the 3 demands. I hope and trust that our Honorable Chief Justice follows the example set by the Chief Justice of India to modernize the judiciary and infuse technology into our working so that we become more efficient and are able to deliver justice better. In fact, in the recent function where the Chief Justice of India participated, a land measuring about more than 7 acres was handed over to the High Court. This much interest the government of Tamil Nadu is showing over the judiciary. I say with all humility that this Chartered High Court is fortunate to have such a gem of person and a judge as its Chief Justice. I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to the Honorable Chief Justice S.V. Gangapurwala for successful and fulfilling tenure. I can assure His Lordships that the Bar will support him in all his endeavours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senior. Now I call upon Senior Advocate Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, to deliver his felicitation. Sir, please.
Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice S.V. Gangapurwala, respected Advocate General Mr. R. Shanmusundaram, my esteemed friend Mr. R. Sankaranarayan, my friend Mr. Amarraj, Chairman Bar Council of Tamilnadu, respected Mr. Wilson, P.S. Roman, and Xavier Arulraj, Mr. Karthikeyan, my dear members of the Bar, Honorable Justice Vaidyanathan staring me, he said that don't take much time. But sometimes the Bar Council of India is facing a lot of problems. So because we are controlling the regulatory body in the entire India, struggle after struggle we are facing. Sometimes I used to call Mr. Wilson, why your people are going on constituting a committee and inviting the BCI. Sometimes they will invite, sometimes without inviting. Some senior lawyers they will invite, they will decide the matter. Then we have taken task, so we said no, it's not correct. You should invite. Because 2 days back, one of the judges in India has spoken, the members of the Bar Councils of tragedy. I do not know what is the tragedy, because the Bar Council of India and the State Bar Council always very cordial to the institution. We never taken any stand against the judiciary. What the judiciary's view to run the administration of justice, we are always cooperative. So I gave the 2 or 3 judges' name to Mr. Wilson. Please kindly tell your chairman in the parliamentary committee to call us. Then he also accepted. We'll see what he's going to do, I do not know. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, many number of women lawyers is here. Today is a memorable occasion for our Bar Council as we welcome our Honorable Chief Justice S.V. Gangapurwala to our home, the historical and majestic Madras High Court. This is a momentous day for all of us. We have gathered here to felicitate our beloved Chief Justice. Before I commence, I would like to bring a quote from my mind, all your good selves present here. It is better to risk saving a guilty person than to condemn an innocent one. Mr. Voltaire, a French philosopher, this above quote formed the very bedrock of our criminal jurisprudence, and over the years, time and again, several judgments iterated the same. Today, several litigations are passed over the wisdom of our judiciary that had always worked and will continue to work on the above mentioned principle that was set in the year 16th century. Today, since my lords took a oath and functioning of the registry, in these few weeks, our beloved Chief Justice has understood the pulse of the bar like no other. Our lordship himself was from the bar. His extensive practice in different fields of law before the High Court and the Trial Court has made work easier. And sisters of this fraternity has shown their total devotion to the rule of law, to the celebrated Chartered High Court. My lords, even in your lordships, still the same support from the bar will be extended to all your lordships' efforts in the administration of justice in this renowned High Court. My lord, the aim of a lawyer in each case would be to be present there, case to the fullest their satisfaction and to the best of their ability, irrespective of what outcome may be and I can say for sure, each lawyer who appears before my lords would have that sense of satisfaction, irrespective of the case results. I am surely, my lord, they would happily oblige to the same. My lord is an encyclopedia. Laws during his stint as a member of the bar, my lords have their roaring practice before the Bombay High Court, trial courts and DRT. My lord has distinguished record of scoring the highest order in merit in his LLB examination. My lord's journey in serving his nation started in the year 1985, when my lords joined the Chamber of Advocacy SN lawyer. My lord has an exemplary record practice before the courts of law. My lord says to hails from a family of India from the state of Maharashtra, Mr. Jai Bhave. He has said, the nice judge we have sent to the Madras High Court, please kindly utilize. Because particularly he has sent the Bar Council of Tamilnadu should utilize on that purpose. Jai Bhave said, Lord, I won't miss the chance. Definitely the Bar Council will utilize it. My Lord, I represent several financial institutions and the corporate body. My Lord became a prominent figure among the legal fraternity. When my Lord represents the government before the many commissions, where I have read what are the commissions which has been given, your Lordships, what is the suggestion has been made. And my Lord is a multifaceted man. Of almost all would know his humble nature and legal acumen in his court proceedings. On the other side, our beloved Chief Justice is an extraordinary sportsman. Our Lordship is a national level lawn tennis player. As in a legal career, our Lordship is also an all-rounder in sports. But my Lord has also represented in the state of national level best basketball competitions. In several occasions, our Lordships have represented Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Martha University 6 times and captured it twice in All India University tournaments. On the other hand, my side of the Lordships has been keen in the process of the legal education. My Lord has been witness of many great courtrooms exchanges, chartered high courts, and have also stood the test of times since the inceptions, and seeing the my lords adding another greater chapter to this institution will only grow up our institution from 10th and 10th, enabling your eager minds to learn and adopt this ocean in the law field. My Lord, of the recent struggles faced by the members of the bar, Lord, I wanted to bring your Lordship's notice. We don't bother, many people can say many things, but the judges, if quoted something in the country, Lordship may kindly think over what the message was sending to the public. Parliamentary elections are held, state assembly elections are held, people are elected. We can't say everybody is an intellectual, we can't say everybody is a jurist. Likewise, this is a election, bar election in a democratic process. We have been elected. Many of the jurists in this, all the state bar council of India, we are conducting a legal education center. Lord, I wanted to bring your Lordship's notice. Who is the chairman of the legal education committee? Justice Bobde, Justice M. Shah, Justice J.P. Mishra, like Lord, many number of senior judges in the committee. So therefore, I wanted to clear in these subjects as far as we are not concerned. We are concerned about the bar and the bench, two wheels of the chariot. This has to smooth run. Then only the administration of justice will go long. Whatever Lord, your Lordships expect from the bar, we will cooperate with you and we will stand with you in all the testing times, Lord. Even in the 2005 onwards, when Subhash Chandra Reddy had a lot of problems in the institution, then we, the members of the bar, stood with him, the institution. Therefore, as far as the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu is concerned and the Bar Council of India is concerned, we are always with, we should not institution in any cost. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our additional Solicitor General, Chief Justice.
That I have been, by way of a kind of not as an advice, but as a suggestion to my fellow practitioners when they appear before your Lordship. Lord, I have learned that my lords have played his hand in various courts and has conducted extensive trials given the bombastic practice that he left behind to serve in the present position. I was delighted to learn that his lordship has served as a top dog in various courts, even before his enrollment as an advocate. I mean the tennis court and the basketball court. His lordship's interest and experience in sports sets him apart from the usual characteristic disposition of a judge. Metaphorically speaking, it is my keen wish that advocates appearing in his court prepare well to ensure that his lordship does not play around, and the advocates should be on guard to ensure that they are not guilty of forced or unforced errors. But the questions that are put by your lordship could lead me to a forced errors. Questions probably omitted but thought could put me to an unforced error. I would like the advocates to avoid both. Meanwhile, Lord, what I have seen personally in your lordship's court, there is no aggression in the approach. There is no aggression in the physical aggression. But the smash comes before we did realize that the ball has been smashed and I have lost in the cross court. I pray that, Lord, as a matter of fact, I would like to enjoy this match, probably the baskets, as a person sitting in the gallery, but definitely not as the one who is playing there. I am more than confident when I say that the commercial wisdom that this lordship commands will expeditiously put at rest various legal issues cropping up in civil matters which have substantial interplay with the commercial laws, high-value matters involving, and the government interest and exchequer. I am speaking for both the governments. The list would not be complete if I do not mention that the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, which has ever too many questions of law arising from time to time. Or at least the two of us will be able to discuss that we appear before NCLT. We know the number of problems that crop up in IBC and how really difficult it is to give an advice to a client saying that you please proceed this way or that way. I sincerely wish His Lordship a legally interesting, delightful, memorable, and soulfully peaceful tenure of the Madras High Court. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your very short felicitation. Now I request our Advocate General to the stage, our Shadow to felicitate.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges of the Madras High Court, former judges, former Chief Justice of Jammu Kashmir, Justice Parvati, my dear friends on the dais and the fellow lawyers, very good to see you lawyers, lady lawyers sitting in large number. I'll follow the footsteps of Mr. Raman, former Advocate General and Additional Solicitor General, and be brief. And Additional Solicitor General used all the terminologies of tennis except lob and volley. Probably he's not a tennis player. No. Okay, but we are very happy with this Chief Justice. I had an occasion to welcome the Honorable Chief Justice, and last 2.5 weeks we have been seeing him perform the court number 1, portal number 1. You know, best of acoustics and ambience, one gets it. Such a lovely place, and it's good to work. And he doesn't fall on the trap of over speaking in court. Is precise on part on the briefs. It's a lesson for young lawyers to go, and it's good. It's an occasion to go and see how Chief Justice's work. He's grasped it. Vijaykumar. These are the 5 Chief Justices. We are not speaking of Justice Purga. He was never Chief Justice here, but he went to Calcutta as a Chief Justice. But it's always a pleasure to argue before the Bombay judges. The Bombay have culture similar to us, and as a chartered high court, the depth of knowledge is something incomparable. Even we work with lawyers in Delhi, the Bombay lawyers. I learned so much from those lawyers. So we see a Chief Justice from Bombay who is like all those his predecessors, Chief Justices, and wants to stay. One should go for see Madurai, one of the best High Court campuses in the country. Which has got a lovely green belt. And you know, some of our lawyers have published a book on that, about the fauna and flora in Madurai bench area. That's 145 acres. We should move on to the. I happen to be informed. Somebody informed about the Bombay High Court judicial order they passed, which they say we should go for the 22nd century developments. That's what the state of the art building we should have. Now you see the virtual courts are now being there all over the country. We need not go on benches now. You can one from Kanyakumari sit in Nagarkoil and argue at the Supreme Court. And here also so many lawyers argue from other places. We see Mother lawyers argue. That is the trend now, and you should all think over. And it's just a pleasure, very great pleasure, arguing before the Honorable Chief Justice. I think he will have this pleasure for some more time before he is probably elevated to Supreme Court or stay here till next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to honor our dignitaries. Now I request Mr. P.S. Amarraj, Chairman of the Bar Council, and Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman of the Bar Council of India, to present a memento to our Honorable Chief Justice. Thank you, Lordships. Now I request Mr. B. Karthikeyan, Vice Chairman of the Bar Council, to honor Mr. Shanmugha Sundaram, Advocate General. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. K. Balu, Chairman of the Enrollment Committee, to honor Mr. R. Shankar Narayanan, Additional Solicitor General. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. V. Saravanan, Co-Chairman and Member of the Enrollment Committee, to honor Mr. S. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman of the Bar Council of India. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mrs. J. Priscilla Pandian, Chairman of the Executive Committee, to present a book to Mr. P.S. Raman, Senior Advocate. Please, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Varadan, Member, Bar Council, to present a book to Mr. P. Wilson, Senior Advocate. Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Velmurugan, Member of the Bar Council, to honor our Father Xavier Arulraj and Senior. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Honorable Chief Justice to accept our felicitation. Please, Lordships.
Vanakkam. My brother judges, Justice Kumar, former Chief Justice Jammu and Kashmir High Court, Justice Basha, former judge of this court, all the dignitaries on and off the dais, and the learned advocates present here. I do not know whether I am qualified for all the good things said about me here.
I accept the same with all humility at my command. It is rightly said that yes, I do come from the land of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And now I have come to the place which is known not only for its richness in civilization, culture and literature, but also justice delivery system. I am overwhelmed by the justice delivery depicted in Silapatikaram, which showcase the majesty of rule of law through Kanagi versus King Pandian, King Manonidi chosen, King Sibi, the divine Thirukural by Saint Thiruvalura, Savitri by Aurobindo, the long coastal line, beautiful landscapes of mountains, forests, rivers, temple towers, and above all, the sweet Tamil language. Many such immortal legacies the land can boast of. I feel privileged to be part of this land among the various professions the world has seen. Law is the most powerful and effective one. Go to any revolution, go to any civil liberties movement, the lawyers were at the forefront of the, and they are the ones who have brought about the revolution. By revolution, we don't just mean from one regime to another regime. Today also, we see many persons in a distressed manner. The masons who construct best of the palatial house do not have a roof for this family. An agriculturist who grows food for the whole world does not have enough to feed his starving family. When this disparity would change, then actually the revolution would take place. The role of Bar Council across the state is of three dimensions. One, maintaining the standard of legal profession. Two, protecting and promoting welfare of advocates. And number three, standardizing the legal education. It is said, just now it was said that this Bar Council functions under the Advocates Act 1961. But let me tell you that this Bar Council is in existence since the year 1928 and was functioning under the Indian Bar Councils Act 1926. This Bar Council of Tamil Nadu was inaugurated by the then Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, Shri V.N. Trota. Ananda Krishna Iyer, Advocate General of the Presidency of Madras, was the first chairman of the Bar Council of the Madras Bar Council, followed by the legal luminaries Thiru Aladi Krishna Swami Iyer, Thiru V.V. Rajmanna, Thiru Putti Krishna Menon, and Thuri N. Krishna Swami Reddy, who later on adorned the bench. I was apprised of the various welfare measures taken by this Bar Council. I applaud the yeoman service rendered by this Bar Council during the COVID-19 period. I congratulate the members of the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu for doing this yeoman service. Towards the legal education also, the Bar Council has played a pivotal role, bringing radical transformation in the standard of legal education and the efforts made by the Bar Council for standardizing the quality of legal education. Now, with the establishment of the national law schools, the legal education has seen a paradigm shift, wherein now the legal education has become more innovative and interactive. The Bar Council will also have to say that how it would cater to these students who would be coming out with an improved legal knowledge. The aim of the Bar Council is to rejuvenate the legal profession, and I'm confident the Bar Council would pass the test in it. Yes, the Chief Justice of India has a vision of paperless courts. But here in our state, we are a bit slow in the e-filing process. And I would expect the cooperation of the members of the Bar of Tamil Nadu in this region, in this sphere. We do have hybrid system here functioning. But as far as e-filing is concerned, I believe only anticipatory bail applications are filed through e-filing. I can understand in Mofussil areas, in the rural areas, the taluka areas, it would be difficult. We cannot start e-filing at once. But as far as High Court is concerned, in arbitration matters, in IPR suits, commercial Nadu, to take lead into this and instill confidence of the lawyers to start this e-filing. Have to accept that it is a matter of time when the courts would be paperless, and we cannot lag behind in this. I thank you for felicitating me. I accept it with all modesty. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you.
We thank you, Honorable Chief Justice. Now I request our Vice Chair of Tamil Nadu to deliver his vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. As the Vice Chairman of the Bar Council, I take this opportunity with immense pleasure to thank one and all. First of all, I wholeheartedly thank the Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court of Madras for cordially accepting our request and attend this felicitation function. I also feel proud to thank the Honorable Chief Justice, since I am son of Sai of Tanjavur, which was Maratha kingdom ruled by great rulers of Bhonsle dynasty. During the regime, the Maratha rulers patronized the Carnatic music and Bharatanatyam and also encouraged eminent Tamil scholars. The said relation between the state of Maharashtra and Tanjavur gives me a special privilege to express our sincere thanks on behalf of the Bar Council. I thank Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Madras High Court. I thank Justice R. Magadevan. I thank Justice D. Krishna Kumar. I thank Justice M. Dandapani. I thank Justice R.D.K. Shodu. I thank Justice Mohammad Safi. I thank Justice Vattu Devan. I thank Justice D. Nagarjun. I thank Justice Chandrasekhar. I thank former Chief Justice of Kashmir, Father Sunil. I thank former Judge Bachaji. I thank the Bar Council Chairman P.S. Amalraj, who has welcomed the gathering in the present manner. I also thank Mr. R. Shanmugh, felicitate the Honorable Chief Justice from the bottom of his heart. I express my gratitude to S. Prabhakaran, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of India, who has taken all effective steps for giving felicitation to the Honorable Chief Justice. I would like to thank Mr. R. Sangaranarayanan, Additional Solicitor General, for felicitating the Honorable Chief Justice by sharing his wonderful thoughts. I also grateful to Senior P.S. Raman for felicitating the Honorable Chief Justice by his spellbounding words. I thank Senior Advocate Mr. Wilson, Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha. In the occasion, I would like to thank Mr. Xavier Arulraj, Senior Advocate, who has felicited the Honorable Chief Justice. I sincerely thank our co-chairman, Mr. Saranan, our Enrollment Committee Chairman, Mr. Balu, our Executive Chairman, Mrs. Priscilla Pandian. I thank former Chairman, Mr. D. Selvam. I thank former Vice Chairman, Mr. Varadan. I thank Member Bar Council, Mr. Brother Velmurugan. I thank our Secretary and Assistant Secretary. I thank all President and Advocate Association. I thank also Grita Vijaykumar Gangapurwala Bar Council. I sincere appreciation to all staffs of the Bar Council for the cooperating in conducting this function. I thank all my brothers and sisters, advocates. I thank members of the media persons. Once again, I thank them all. Thank you very much.
Final felicitation by more bar association before we move on to national anthem. Mr. Hon'ble Babu, Federation.
கொஞ்சம் கீழே வைட் எடுத்துக்கலாம் கொஞ்சம் கீழே வைட் எடுத்துக்கலாம் கூட பண்ணா மாலை ஃபுல்லா எடுத்துக்கலாம் வைட் வேணாம் சார் வைட் வேணாம் வெயிட் அதிகமா
Thank you. Kindly rise for the national anthem.
Thank you.